everybody. Welcome to Anime Sickos. It's the podcast for geniuses and the only podcast where we take a look at the four pillars of modern misery, anime, gaming, posting, and shops. I am Tom, an anime sicko.
I am Joe, an anime sicko. And I think, are we doing gaming? There's some gaming.
We're doing gaming. First, we have someone to thank. This person gave us dollar bills, money, in fact, on our Patreon. We have one of those, and it's for giving us money for undisclosed purposes. It's so that we feel better.
Is it American dollars or fun bucks from a foreign land?
This is real dollars. Who's to say how long until American dollars become fun bucks? I always open the news. I've never seen a newspaper in my life. I always open the internet and see everyone saying the dollars are on their way to fun bucks. But until then, we've been given $5 by Quill. Quill, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyway, as you said, this is one of those fucking one-shot episodes that we do. You may be thinking, listener, you just did one of those. Are they that popular? No, but we like them. And so for this one, Joe, we decided, we're not going to do just the two of us. That's boring. We've done that. So we decided to ask our old Shuffle Quest crew of Allie and Gwen to come back on. Allie and Gwen, hello.
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 If you don't know about Allie and Gwen, how dare you? One, they were on the Shuffle Quest, our old RPG show. They played some of the main... Rewind. They played two of the main characters. And also, they have been on all of our fucking audio dramas. Allie and Gwen, you love them. They're great. That's the point.
You love us.
But that's not all, you stupid motherfucker. We don't have only two guests. We have an additional guest. And that's going to be Grant Howitt.
What's up, motherfuckers? I wrote the game. They asked me to come on.
We love it.
I did.
We're so excited.
Hello. Hi. Good afternoon. Good
I
morning
didn't think
to you.
You'd say yes, but thank you for saying yes.
I was. You caught my fancy. I think it was the name of the Anime Sickos podcast. And I was like, these seem like good chaps.
That's like one of the... This is like opposite land. Picking that name, which is, to be clear, I don't regret it. It is hilarious. Is such an albatross around our necks.
Sorry, what were the four pillars you mentioned earlier? Because there was what? There was anime games. Postage?
Posting. Like being on the computer and jobs.
What was the fourth one?
There's only four
Jobs.
things you can do in life, and those are it.
Yeah, like name a thing that you
I
can
see.
do, and I'll tell you how it's one of those four.
Well, I mean, in my spare time, I like making toy soldiers. I like making strange little
Gaming.
guys. So that's gaming.
It's gaming.
Yeah.
It's a slam dunk.
I mean, as soon as you said toy, that was the end of it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't play with them or enjoy it. Does that
Well,
count?
no
for
one
anything?
does.
Yeah.
That's
No.
why it's a pillar of modern misery.
Oh, hang on. Drinking.
Gaming.
That's
No.
the type of gaming you're having fun.
Not since I'm 17.
Is it anime?
If you were drinking tea, if you were drinking
I
green
think it's
tea,
the least anime.
Yeah. Anything...
I am technically at work now, so I guess this is job.
this is job. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And we're posting it online. This is going to be distributed
shit.
and promoted online.
You've got me.
Yeah, no, we thought this through.
Boxed me into a corner.
Anyway, Grant, thank you for coming on our show and running a silly little game. What silly little game will you be running for us so we can become silly little guys?
I've picked out a silly little game for you. Actually, a silly little game was picked out for me. I was going to run Sexy Battle Wizards, and then I thought maybe Kaiju Girl might be good, because this is the Anime Sickos podcast, and that's the game about... Gwen, so just to inform you, because Gwen's eyes lit up with enthusiasm. Kaiju Girl is a game where you play a 15-year-old Japanese schoolgirl, and you've got all kinds of pressures and worries. You've just got to a new school, but your parents are pressuring you to succeed at your exams. There's a boy you like, and when you get stressed out, you turn into a 20-story monster and destroy downtown Tokyo.
I'm in love. I'm in love with this.
Is that a one-pager too?
Oh yeah. That's not enough there for much more than a page, and most of that's the drawing of the girl.
Into it.
I mean, the drawings are so good. The drawings add so much.
That's very kind, Tom. Thank you very much.
Because, like, what am I looking for these one pages for? I'm looking for...
You've got a real sort of, we'll put it on the fridge.
Fuck you.
No, I'd make
Thank
space
you,
for this
thank
on
you.
the fridge.
I try, and I think my drawings have improved over the years, and I've had to do them every month, which is quite nice.
I love it. It's perfect for this. It's perfect for this game.
Speaking of, what is this game?
Oh yeah, God, terribly sorry. Yeah, I got distracted. This game is Goblin Punks. This game is it's a one-page game. It uses a very straightforward rule set, like all one-page games, because otherwise we couldn't fit it on the page. And it's primarily about being a teenager. You play a scrappy little. In fact, I'll read the intro text I wrote myself. You're a scrappy little goblin punk. Your mum and dad want you to stay in the grotto and harvest mushrooms, but to hell with that. It's time for an adventure.
Yeah.
That's all the intro you get.
Hell yeah.
But you can piece things together. You will be playing snotty little goblin punks, and the thing about this game that elevates it above Blades in the Dark, because I stole the rule set from Blades in the Dark, is that you come up with slang. You will each be coming up with your own with a slang word as you make your character. And then how you generate bonus dice is you use that slang word. If you notice someone using your slang, you give them a bead or a penny from the centre of the table. But here we are playing on the internet. So just say, I'm giving you a bead, and that's what that means. Or, take this chip, or use my slang. You can't hold more than 3. Oops! You can't hold more than 3 at a given time. And when you spend them, you get extra dice. So spend them, use them, and use the slang in as many inventive ways as possible.
Language is evolving. Language is changing. It's not a static thing. You can't, just because I came up with the word doesn't mean I'm the one who decides how to use it.
So we will need to make some characters. The first thing, like the only thing you do in this game, is your kit. So you have stuff. Like all teenagers, stuff's very important to you, and having the latest and coolest stuff is really, clutch, I think the kids say. Mm-hmm. But obviously you're a goblin, so everything's a bit shit. But you're trying your best. So what I need you to do is roll d20 3 times, and you can either consult the table or tell me the numbers, and I can tell you what you've got. If you roll the same thing more than once, it's larger and more impressive, rather than you have more of it.
So and when you see what my goblin wants, this is so apropos. I have eyeliner.
Oh.
I have a knife, and I have some herbs that I'm like 90% sure is goblin weed, baby.
I don't know if goblin weed is a slang term for oregano or not. I can't tell, but I think it definitely has some kind of psychoactive effect when smoked.
We'll spark that shit up and see what happens.
Pencil It's dried orange. Okay, so in fact, Tom, you've started ahead of time. You've done a little bit of homework, and you've already sketched out a character. Can you tell us a little bit about your goblin and the name, so we can sort of learn who's coming on the adventure today? Yeah,
hell yeah! My goblin is named Paid Time Off, and he wants to become goth. There's goblin culture is not goth, and I think being goth is so badass. I just want to be goth, and that's all you need to know about Paid Time Off.
Quick question about the name Paid Time Off. Is that like when sort of like Christian parents would name their children Benevolence or God's Grace, and this is something which goblins are trying to aspire to?
Yeah, something like that. My parents are named Bereavement Leave and Maternity Leave.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm definitely underprepared.
Don't worry about it.
No, I really like the way that you're insinuating something about goblin culture, which is really fun. Like there's some sort of work-based church or employment-based church, and I'm thinking not just like toil, but a measure of what's the word? Gig economy.
Yeah.
Wage slavery, that sort of thing, which could be fun. So obviously your favourite thing, your dream, is to become a goth.
Yeah.
A gothblin, if you will. But what's your what's the thing that really winds you up about goblin society and about society in the probably at like the back of a camp, like or like the back of a city, which like the army of like clean, great-haired humans would arrive and then just catapult the shit out of it, and there'd be some orcs at the front. They'd all be like and having a fight, but you're at the back and you're just like doing mushrooms and stuff. And by doing mushrooms, I mean growing mushrooms. You can, I don't know. Depends what kind of mushrooms you've got.
I
really.
confess my disappointment.
I for some reason I didn't put mushroom. You know what? The reason why I didn't put mushrooms on the equipment list, like magic mushrooms, is because they're slightly too cool for kids to use. Like for this sort of punk, they're a little bit highbrow. But if you want if you want to catch moody mushrooms, that's definitely the sort of thing that I'm ready to run. But anyway, yes, sorry. What's the thing which really winds you up about this bloody goblin culture?
Oh god, I mean, is it too? It's too on the nose. Just to say, no one's goth. People don't respect goth.
That's the same as your first thing.
All music is in a major key. No one's lower than that third.
Is all music like sort of goblin?
Yeah. Yes. It's all on a little crappy trumpet that is all bent up, but not in the fun way like that one guy who has the bent trumpet. I know his name. Don't ask me to say it out loud.
Scatman John.
Scatman John, baby. It's all on a shitty trumpet. It's all marches. I just want to brood. I just want to brood, but they won't do it. And if I tried, I told my dad, bereavement leave, let me play minor chords, and he killed me. He sent me to jail. No, he grounded me for a week.
Same thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I'm trying to become goth, I'm like, morbid. He killed me.
I really love the idea of you putting a band together. I think there's something really fun there. Joe, can you tell us a little bit about your character? Sorry.
Yeah, so I have a big stick, goblin cigarettes, and lantern. Fancy. So that's good.
How is it fancy?
It's just not shitty. Like, it's just not fun.
It's got oil in.
Yeah. So
It makes light.
my goblin's name is Reynolds Rap. And his goal in life is to affix as much metal to his body as possible. His issue
Sounds like
with
a lead guitar.
Yeah. His issue with Goblin Society is that it's like unbelievably hard to buy a suit made out of license plates.
What?
What?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to fix metal to yourself, a suit made out of license plates is like literally it's like the Corvette.
You bend them in half. That's pauldrons right there.
Yeah, and you can't get
You
shanked
fair
either.
snookered me on this one from an improv perspective, Joe.
I've never told a joke.
What's the Goblin
No,
World
okay.
equivalent of a license plate? Or do we
It's a
not
license
care?
plate.
It's
It
a
really
license.
is
That's
a
why they're hard to
license
get. There's not a lot of cars.
Okay.
It's a license. Yeah.
Cars
you know what?
exist.
Like,
Okay.
like what we've established now that cars exist and there is a licensing system. There's a DMV,
Yeah.
but there's a Goblin DMV.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
So that's okay, cool. So we're gonna take right. I think the setting's just evolved.
Yep.
We're gonna take the idea of like a traditional fantasy setting, and we're gonna move it to like bumfuck Minnesota.
Yes.
Just like strip malls. I don't know whether Minnesota's one of the ones with hills or without, but whatever. Does it have
It's
them?
lakes
Probably
mostly.
not.
It's
Lakes.
They're the hills of water.
They've often been called. The old inverted hills of water, lakes, as the layman would call them. Yeah,
I would never. I'm smart.
So it is in. Although you are still at war with the armies of good, you have access to like strip malls and 7-Elevens and hot dogs, but like hot dogs from a machine where they're rotated rather than Frank's fresh off the grill.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. So I'll be relying on all of you to supplant details because I haven't been to America that much, given by the fact I didn't know what was in Minnesota. But that sort of, you know. So they haven't established a license plate stall. In fact, what I might tweak that to is wearing license plates is hugely cool. It's
Yeah, it could be a status symbol. Oh my
it's the
God,
absolute tip top. And so, like, if someone walks into town wearing license plates, they had to get them from outside.
Yeah.
And occasionally, like, your cousin from out of town will travel in, and it'll be like when these turn with records.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got the new license plate?
Yes. If you walk in and you have a single Flava Flav license plate, and then a guy comes in with a shirt made out of them, you look like shit.
Yeah.
No, I didn't realise Flavor Flav issued license plates. I thought he was more of a singer.
Just if it's
And
just
a
big
clock.
on your chest.
Yeah.
Oh, like a necklace, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Are there situations where, like, you walk into a social gathering and you and somebody else are wearing plates from the same state? Is that embarrassing?
Well, so the thing is, if you and someone else are wearing the same plate, one of you is fake, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's from the same state.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from the same state, yeah.
That patches into hookup culture, and so if you've both got Indiana plates, then maybe you'll smooch, and it's kind of like your horoscope, depending on which ones you've got, so you're compatible.
Yes.
Oh god, the law's spiraling out of control. Hang on, horoscopes, license plates.
It's like a moral panic where like the parent, it's like those colored bracelets where like black means they're doing it. And it's like, oh my god, are you telling me that he had a Tennessee license plate? I thought he was such a good goblin.
Yeah. I thought he was.
It's always the ones you least expect.
It's got a Tennessee license plate hanging out your back pocket.
Yes.
So everyone knows.
Yes.
Glorious. Okay, cool. So there is a trade in illegal license plates, illegally imported. They're very well respected, and all the cool goblins and all the like orcs, I like to imagine, are wearing like cars they've made into armor, and goblins are one step down. Ali,
Yes.
what's your goblin got? Who are you?
I am a sea punk swamp goblet. I've got a big stylish hat. It's a giant novelty baseball cap.
Oh hell yeah.
I have a bass drum and a notebook. Yes, that'll be helpful for the band. And a notebook for clues.
Clues?
It was for poetry or clues, but it's for clues.
Okay. So you're one of these investigative drummers.
I'm curious, yeah.
What are you investigating?
Oh.
What are the clues about?
The clues, I'm just a bit of a conspiracy theorist, so
I
the clues
see.
are everywhere.
Right. And what's your goal?
I would really love to win a race.
Win a race?
Yeah.
But you've not been able to because everyone's been stopping you, haven't they?
Or beating me.
They've all been
yeah.
moving against you. Win a
But I'd
race.
be really
I'm
keen to win a race.
Sea Punk Swamp Goblet. I'm fascinated by you. Fucked up how a goblet is a cup and not a little goblin in it. So, what kind of race?
What kind of race? Oh, what kind of race do I want to win? I thought you meant like my race.
Oh, sorry. Did you say steampunk?
No,
Sea Punk?
sea punk, which is a real
like,
thing.
Like seahorses. I thought you meant like CM Punk the wrestler. Okay, right, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
I don't know what that is, so I didn't mean
He's
that.
a wrestler, I believe. Sea Punk, so like mermaid.
Like a mermaid. Or
Like a mermaid goblin
okay.
from the swamps. I love it. That's great.
Gotcha.
Okay, so what are you racing? Is it animals? Is it vehicles? Is it swimming? Is it running on the swamp? Do you have those cool things from Florida?
No, it's gotta be like a foot race or a water race.
Well, I mean,
Like
clearly
swimming.
the international goblin sport of knee-high wading.
Or exactly.
Yes.
Thank
Best
you.
of both worlds,
So let's
wood and
know.
water.
In the hills of water.
Yes.
Yes.
Mountaineering, we call it. And what's the thing which really winds you up about goblin culture? Goblet.
Not enough school.
Not
Whoa.
There's
not enough school.
yeah.
Whoa.
Okay. What is it that you want to be learning at school? Or like what do you want to do at school?
Well, I want to learn what they're not telling me.
Okay, right. So yes, we've got conspiracy theorists. They want to go to school so they can learn. So Goblet can get out of this swamp and learn what's really going on with the government. We've got Reynolds Rap, who wants to affix metal to himself as much as possible and invented a license plate style couture. We've got Pay Time Off, who dreams of being a goth and is so tired of this fucking normal plinky plonky music.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to say my name. I'm Duckweed the Third.
I thought your name was Sea Punk Swamp Goblet.
No, that's what I am.
Oh, terribly sorry. What's the name?
Duckweed the Third.
Duckweed the Third. All right, Duckweed. Cool. All right. Duckweed.
Sorry for the confusion.
3. No, that's okay.
Is there a first and second, or were you just given the third?
They're my
straight up?
siblings.
The siblings.
That's awesome. Just naming them in the order they came out.
I'm a little worried now that mine's going to be too close to Allie's, but actually might just dovetail perfectly, so I'm ready.
Sisters?
Duckweed the second.
Maybe.
Listen. I am my favorite thing in any game is if you play relatives of each other. Normally, like sisters is like I don't push it that close, but like cousins, half brothers. I really love divorcees. Or try and do that in Honey House because there's nothing funnier than a divorced bear. Yeah, like if it's
so
similar,
smart.
we can run with it. That's fine. Who's your character, Gwen?
Okay. So my character's name is Janice.
A proud human name.
No, my parents just
Oh.
ran out of ideas. And while everybody else was going, I came up with my parents' names, which are Grauple and Freebie.
Grauple.
Yeah, Grauple is the super tiny hail, like the little pea-sized hail.
Whoa.
It has a name, which
Really?
How's it spelled?
Groupel. It's such a good word.
That's a goblin name
yeah,
for sure.
and that's my mom.
Grauple.
And dad is just Freebie.
Freebie. Cool.
Like when you
Okay.
get it for free.
Yeah. Swag was too posh a name, so I named him Freebie.
Too bourgeois.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, an orc would be named Swag, not a goblin.
So
That is a pretty good orc name.
she loves sports.
Mm-hmm.
Happens to love hot dogs. She collects braces, like teeth braces.
Oh my god.
Okay.
She has the only thing like removable, like grills. So like she slips them on and takes them off. It's not used as a weapon, so it's not an extra item. I'm not trying to give myself
Oh no,
an
like
advantage.
Gwen, I don't care. You can have as many old retainers as you like.
Okay. Well, she's got her favorite is
million.
it's 4 sets of braces all on top of each other,
Right.
and she slips them on, and then when she does, she talks like this. But I don't want her to, she's not going to wear it the whole time because talking like this is kind of annoying the whole time.
It could be like Hunt for Red October, where you do like a sentence of that, and then it's like, get it, and we go
Sean
normal.
Connery style. Yeah.
That's why he sounded like that. He had 4 sets of braces.
Armageddon, and then that's how you say Armageddon same in braces and normal.
Perfect.
So
It's the lone word.
for an orthodontic purpose, or is this more of a fashion thing? for you?
Collecting. She's well,
Well,
I
but she
guess-
does put them in.
Yeah.
And they must do something to her teeth.
Yeah, I guess it is a fashion thing.
Are they her braces?
No,
Or like
no, she.
Stolen. Well, I
mean,
she
they are
takes
now.
them
yeah,
off
sure,
of-
sure.
Like it's legal salvage.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't want them back.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And they're not from humans. They're braces that like animals wear. You know, like deer.
Come on.
Gwen,
gophers.
you've
Gophers.
you've blown my world wide open.
Gopher braces.
We've got animal dentistry.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated as to how that. So is this kind of like is this like a goblin outreach program where we find animals, wild animals with busted ass grills, and go in and fix them against the animal's will, or like how does this manifest? Why do the deer have orthodontic equipment on? I'm not trying to find a hole in your argument. I'm fascinated to learn
No,
what it is.
it's more of like a family tradition for them. It's,
For the
and they
goblins
pass
or the
them-
animals?
Like they pass them down, so they always have extra braces that they can reuse. Like they pass them down like not antiques. What's it called when you pass
Heirlooms.
Heirlooms.
Heirloom braces.
So what she comes, she's like the nothing in Neverending Story. She comes after the fight, after after everything, if someone, if a deer gets attacked or whatever, she will come and like salvage the braces.
Right, deer braces. Okay, but deer braces mainly from corpses of deer.
Yeah, but she doesn't like doing the corpse of fighting.
No. God,
you haven't crossed
you just
that
go
line.
take them out of their mouth and
Yeah.
put them in your mouth.
Yeah, she's
you're
like,
still just
oh,
a
poor
teen.
baby, and then she's like, ding, 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 just pops them off.
Cool. So you collect braces, and that's kind of a big deal for you. And it's also kind of it's a cultural thing amongst either animals or goblins or both to fit corrective dentistry.
And
wear.
like,
what's the thing? God.
This can fit in with Reynolds wrap. It's like an extra part of armor for your teeth.
I should be very interested in like.
That's why you're friends.
Well, do I have like ulterior motives? Like, I'm a genuine friend, or am I just trying to get those braces?
Good question.
That's
I don't
The
know.
eternal
I don't
question.
know.
Great question.
I mean, like as D. Vincent Baker said, play to find out. But also, I really like the idea of you trying to fashion her braces into, I don't know, fucking wristbands,
Like
glasses,
gauntlets.
knuckle dust. Oh, that's some Dark Souls shit right there. Just like. What's the thing which winds you up about goblin culture?
Everyone's so dirty. And she likes to be clean. She once, when she was a little kid, she wandered into the water hills, the hills of water, and she fell in and accidentally got clean. And she has dreamed of it ever since.
You got grounded for being clean. Freebie
Oh,
saw
yeah.
you and was like, how dare you?
That's her rebellion. She sneaks out and gets clean, which you can't hide when you come back.
Yeah.
And so she gets grounded and sews together her braces while she's in her.
Do you like go out and get clean and on the way back smoke a bunch of cigarettes so it smells like you've been smoking?
That's brilliant.
You smell and like smear rub it. You smear dirt into
but
it. Okay.
but I don't have cigarettes as my. I don't have.
Well, you
goblin
smoked some.
cigarettes. Oh yeah.
Someone's got. I think Joe's got goblin cigarettes.
I do.
So
I do.
Maybe you could bum a couple off him. I don't know.
So I want to be clean. That's not my hate. What she hates is siblings, which is hilarious when Allie brought those up. She just hates siblings.
Okay. Do you have any?
I have 6. Fisher Price, diaphragm, larynx, Runna, full name Runna the Mill, Janky Spanks, and Modem.
Modem.
Modem. These are good names.
Yeah.
And Janice.
And I'm Janice.
Are you the eldest, Janice, or are you the youngest? You somewhere in the middle?
Somewhere in the middle. So I've got that middle child
Okay.
syndrome of wanting to act out
Hinterland.
and get attention, but also the attention I get is negative. Because
I love the idea that your parents ran out of names, came up with Janice, and then rallied.
Yes!
like, wait a minute.
They had those.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they were shamed. They named and got shamed.
Okay.
I have an animal skull, which obviously has braces on it.
Yeah.
I've
So the pieces are starting to fit together.
I have a big stick, and I have a dragonling lighter, which I don't know what that is.
What is? I haven't explained it any further than this. What do you think it is?
Okay, I do think it's like a Zippo flip lighter, but when you turn it on, it spits dragon acid instead of fire.
That's entirely correct. What does it do? What's it for?
It's just fun.
Self-defense.
It's a party. It's a party trick. No, she never thinks to use it for self-defense.
It's a party trick. Hey, check it out. I got this dragon. I can make it puke.
And I have to hold it
It's for
sideways
stimming.
so the acid doesn't get on my hand. So I'm like, check it out, flip.
This
Just
wouldn't
burns
happen
a
if we were in
hole
school.
where the floor wherever I am, and it's like a badge of honor. I'm like, I did that. Look at that. I did that.
Are there gangs of goblin teenagers who go around with dragonling lighters and spray acid on things, or is it more of a? Is this just kind of a weird thing that you found?
It's a weird thing I found, and I threaten my siblings with it like constantly.
Oh my god. Okay. So I'm going to stitch together these obsessions, these dreams, these noble endeavors into a plot or a situation for us to go through. And while I'm doing that, what I would like for you to do is come up with some goblin slang. So I'll just read through this bit of the book for everyone to enjoy. At the start of the game, everyone comes up with a word or phrase that's popular with the goblin kids, like, "Oh, that's dead Krog, mate," or "Who's this dog seller?" or "Go run down a hole," etc. You don't need to explain what it means. Hopefully people will reach a consensus. When you notice someone else using your slang or part of it, hand them a token from the pile in the centre of the table, or just say something about tokens.
Hell yeah. I got my slang. I'm ready to rock with that. The slang that I'm trying to make catch on, I would actually say it already has caught on, is riboflavin, but as though I've been riboflavin lately. This is really riboflavin.
Okay.
As though it ended in ing.
British people, Boston people. Sorry.
Great
Well,
episode.
they originally were British
It's been
people. at one
200
point.
years, man.
I mean, but if you look at the evolutionary tree,
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
how they say wicked to mean cool or like really neat or smart. Same sort of use, but the phrase is Italian beef in it.
God.
Italian beefing it.
Yeah.
Or just like Italian beef.
Yeah, like,
Is that phrase?
that's
Yeah,
cool, yeah.
Okay, cool. Ali, what's your first?
Blitz it and fritz it with Z's on both of those.
Blitz it and fritz it. Okay.
Listen, Fritz it.
I have nothing else
I-
to say about that.
So is that like a slice and dice? Like it's all one phrase?
Yeah, you say it together.
If you said just blitz it, that's so lame.
It just wouldn't make sense.
Gwen, what do you have?
Pancake shank is not a verb. Like I'm having a real
just an
pancake
item.
shake. A pancake shank.
Yeah, that'll do.
Does that count as not easy
Pancake
to
shank.
pronounce pancake shank?
Pancake shake. Pancake shake.
Because like
I think
Pancake
I think
shank.
mispronouncing it is part of the fun. Pancake shank. That's how it evolves. That's how-
Pancake shank.
pancake shank.
That kind of sounds like something Wishes Little John would say.
Yes. Yes.
Pancake shank.
Yes.
Just lean in and say it, and I'd be like, oh, that must mean a lot. Good for you, Jonathan. So for our slang, we've got riboflavin, Italian beef, blitz it and fritz it, and pancake shank. I will encourage you to take these, mix them up, mess them around. If you want to blitz it and shank it, if this guy's actually pancake beef, we can find out as we play. Right?
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's something. Okay.
I saw the cover for the role playing game Dialect, and I got scared because it seemed intelligent, so I wrote this instead.
Dude, dumb shit is the best. It's
Right.
so noble to make things that are dumb as hell.
Thank you. Right. I am going to. I'm going to like call for like a 5-minute break while I put something together. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Yeah,
Sounds
that
good.
sounds
Beautiful.
awesome.
All right. I'll go lock myself in a dark room.
Sicko mode, sicko mode, sicko mode. Sicko mode, sicko mode, sicko mode. Sicko mode, sicko mode, sicko mode. Sicko mode, sicko mode, sicko mode.
So we've all got our drinks, we've all got our snacks, we've all got our coffee, and we all know what the slang words are, which are Britzing it and blitz, fitzing it and blitzing it and fritzing it.
No token for you.
And
What?
fritz in it, yeah.
Blitzing it and fritzing it, Italian beef, pancake shank, and
Riboflavin.
riboflavin. That's it. Shit is straight riboflavin, dog.
Yeah.
Right.
Precisely.
So, imagine a fantasy kingdom far beyond the realms of your imagination.
Okay, well, fuck you. then.
Well, no, come over here. I'll help you. You know what? I'm really sorry. Let me try again. Imagine a fantasy kingdom firmly within the limits of your imagination.
It's so accessible.
It's combining elements you're already aware of to make
I'm set
something
up for
slightly
success.
original. In the grand, in the backwoods and wet mountains of Minnesota, by which I mean lakes, the camera pans across the Great Battle Camp. And the Great Battle Camp is where all the armies of evil live their evil lives, according to the propaganda by the armies of good. Obviously, this is your home. There are occasionally wars outside, and yeah, occasionally all the orcs do run off and kick the tar out of people, and yeah, occasionally eagles come by and drop like magical bombs nearby, but it's okay, you get on with it. It's mostly just posturing, and kind of it's mainly used to generate excuses for people to go on like adventuring careers.
Not to put you on the spot, but does our battle camp have a name?
Yeah, what is it?
Oh, shit.
Camp fucked up.
How about Camp Totally Fucked?
Camp Totally Fucked. Yeah, it's an Italian name initially.
Oh, yes.
Totalifuck.
Originally, you had to do that hand thing while you said it, but that's sort of gone. It's out of fashion. You know, with the generations that go by, the Italian heritage sort of evaporates into assimilation.
But when my grandmother says it, she still does the hand.
Oh, okay. You're retro.
Totally Fucked is the name of this place, or Totalifucked in the Elven tongue, and it is a it's a rundown piece of shit. It's tired. It's old. There's strip malls. There's like warehouses with nothing in it. There's an awful lot of. There seems to be an infinite number of spirit Halloweens that arise every year from the grave. Mm-hmm. There is a place that I'm trying So in fact, let's what's the sort of like something you see in a rundown mall that like clearly arrived within this year. Like one of those stalls selling the fake Nintendo Entertainment Systems you plug into your telly, that sort of thing.
Yeah, kiosk that has a VR headset.
Oh yeah.
VR kiosk.
A Subway that you think is closed, but they just have the lights all off.
Again, Joe, gotta say, you've punted us forward technologically amazingly with one throwaway comment.
Yeah, I do not think about the consequences
No,
of
it's
my
fine.
actions frequently.
It's fine. Goblin VR, of course, is a load of squirrels taped into a bin.
A current, present day calendar that says July 2028.
A recording of this game.
Yes.
Yeah, the recording of this game.
And probably somewhere that sells pretzels? Or is that
Yeah.
is that too highfalutin?
They're bad pretzels.
Yeah, okay, yeah, not Auntie Anne. One of her no good slugabed sisters.
Yes.
Like they don't finish defrosting.
Uncle Donald's terrible pretzels.
Yes.
There's all kinds of shit, but the war has not been going very well. Broadly, the wizards who run this place are upset because they're not getting the numbers back they need on their investment of orcs, hobgoblins, goblins in general, although really you're not really cut out for war, so you're more for doing things like around the camp, that sort of thing. In the great hierarchy, things aren't working out well. So they put together a fundraiser. They've sent down some representatives from the Wizards Guild, which is one guy in wizard's robes and a hat who's definitely not an octopus. Absolutely not an octopus, 100%. He's not. He's not just arranged. It's not a fake moustache. That's just the way it works. He's not changing color. It's the light. It's not just a perfectly normal octopus. It's a wizard, and he's here to represent the wizards. We've also got we've got some lower ranking wizards who are human. Definitely. Sorry, I can't stress this enough. The chief wizard is also a perfectly human and doesn't eat goats for power or anything. But there are some much even more human looking wizards who are coming down. They're wearing the sort of what was it that the Nazi kid's dad wore in Harry Potter?
Oh.
What?
Oh, the Nazi kids. The Death Guard?
Dad.
White hair?
Yeah. White. He was Field Marshal Zarkov in Death of Stalin.
Yeah. That Soviet Union uniform with medals on.
So he's like the wizards are wearing basically evil old suits.
Oh, okay.
If you can imagine that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like long tails and canes and lots of.
They're going there.
And again like the main wizard mainly sort of whoop, 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 and the clacking of a beak, but that's just he's from what's near Minnesota.
He's from Wisconsin.
He's from Wisconsin. Sorry, he's from the mountains, by which I mean he's from underwater.
Like all normal humans are likely to be.
And they have sent down a delegation from the enormous black tower of the wizard, which dominates the skyline. You can see it from everywhere around. to put on a fundraiser for car dirtying, which is like car washing. So all the orcs have started driving cars, and they've started modifying them. Some, again, they started wearing cars, so like it kind of becomes tricky to tell like what's a suit for an orc and what's a car. But orcs are turning up with heavily modded suits, which have like petrol engines and wheels and that sort of thing, and they're not dirty enough. They don't look ramshackle enough. They don't look Mad Max enough. So they come along, they contribute to this. And they shell some money in, and then they'll sort of like smear dirt on the side out of a big. They've got a big hose that sprays mud. They've got barbed wire to wrap around. They might sort of like stapling roadkill to the front of them, spikes, rust, that sort of thing. So they've put it on at the Goblin Outreach Centre, which is run by a hobgoblin vicar who's very obsequious, very sir, such a pleasure to have you here, sir. He's been saying to all the wizards and having them through, and the orcs are lining up around the block to get their cars dirtied. And your parents, as it's been run at the Goblin Outreach Shelter, in fact, Grupel and Freebie sit you down at the breakfast table, Gwyn, and inform you that it's absolutely paramount that you go along and help with this.
Okay.
This is for the war effort. This is for national pride and local pride, and it's really important that we help out and make these cars as dirty as possible.
Okay.
Is this in character, or are you like, Mom, I don't want to go?
In character would be like...
Sorry, because you're the only one who's named their parents, so I threw some characters in. Janice, get up here and finish your slop.
Why?
I'm sorry, I'm shouting. Janice, get up here and finish your slop.
Fine.
Me and your father.
Oh, your mom?
Your mother eats another 3 lit cigarettes. Me and your father. We heard about this thing happening down at the Goblin Outreach Center tomorrow. It's gonna be huge. They're gonna come and dirty up all the cars for the orcs, and it's gonna raise money. You know, your brother. Please give me a name of one of your older brothers.
Modem.
Your brother Modem's off serving in the war, loading parachutes. I said it. Loading parachutes.
They got to get in the backpacks.
Yeah. Otherwise they'd be really difficult to carry around, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Quite what you need parachutes for in a land-based fantasy war.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Just in case.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me, Mom. Like, he's definitely totally out there blitzing it and fritzing it.
Oh, token.
You kids with your slang. What does blitzing it and fritzing it? I'll blitz and fritz you, young lady, she says, and moves to give you a thick ear. But
I dodge
no
and punch her in the stomach.
Whoa! Roll a dice.
I mean, we're goblins.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. We'll establish the tone. Let's go.
This is
pretty typical
this is
conflict
D6?
resolution.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we
Uh-huh.
go.
So if you got yes, the rules, dear listeners. This is how the game works. You roll a d6 when you do a thing and the outcome is in doubt. If you've got a piece of equipment that would help, roll an extra d6 and pick the highest. If you spend tokens and return them to the central pool, roll an extra d6 and pick the highest for each token you spend.
Okay.
And broadly, you need 4 up.
I rolled a 5.
You do the thing, but the GM picks 1. You're embarrassed in front of the others, you attract unwanted attention, or you lose or break some equipment. I think you get in trouble, because you slugged your mum in the gut. Your mum doubles over. Oof! Again, this is pretty normal stuff for goblins, but it's still like this is an argument you're having with your mother, broadly. Your mother doubles over, spits her false teeth out on the table, puts them back in. You can see her wedding braces actually are still on there. She still wears them. Because she's an old romantic, even though she wears them with her false teeth.
That's something I don't dare touch. Her wedding braces.
Yeah,
I don't dare touch those.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, that's incredible. Okay.
I see you beating Eliza. I see you beating Eliza on my wedding teeth.
Why do you?
I don't want any more lip from you. No more gut punches. But sorry. You get what you want out of this scene. So you succeed. Like, your mum says you don't have to go. But then obviously spends the rest of the day guilting you. So it's kind of, so you are in trouble.
Or Dad just puts his foot down. It's like, no, you're still going.
I'll do your dad's voice as well. What's he sound like?
He's got a really high voice, and everything he says sounds like a song.
Beautiful. So sorry.
Enjoy, Grant. It's nice and easy.
Have you been punched in the guts again? I'm not going to do both voices.
That's fine.
Because that would be deranged.
Yeah, I totally punched her. You should be proud because you trained me.
If you're going to punch your mother in the kitchen, you must wear gloves.
Oh.
And he points to the family arguing gloves hanging up above the fire, which are like big, like manky boxing gloves, moth-eaten ratty old boxing gloves. Yes, your father does put his foot down and insists you go, and indeed. The same pattern happens across your households, which I'm not going to act through because you didn't give me the names of your parents, and it would take too long. And if you don't go, there's no game. So
We all punched our mothers in the stomachs?
it is shot for shot identical. It's eerie.
Sounds like us.
It's like no.
Everyone's dad sings.
In fact, actually, just to kind of get a brief picture of your home life. How does it go? Like, which of you which of you agree with your parents to go but want to look cool outside? Which of you like absolutely refuse but then go along to hang out with the other kids? We'll start with you, Tom.
My parents' bereavement leave and maternity leave. They tell me. I think when I'm told to do something I don't want to do, I immediately I acquiesce. I agree, just so it gives me fodder for like moping about it, because I feel like moping is the first step on the road to gothdom. I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna act like I'm being slave driven.
You're just gonna go along and do a half-assed job.
Yeah, I'm just probably gonna go, and as soon as I see one of my buddies, fuck off into the woods.
Goof off into the woods. Beautiful.
So, I am encouraged to go along with it, but I put up a bit of a fake fight so that my parents don't get suspicious. But I'd like to find out more.
You want to see what the wizards are up to, right?
Yeah.
See if you can bring this whole house of cards down to the ground.
Precisely.
Joe. Sorry, Reynolds rap. What's your relationship like with your parents?
They're always working all the time. Some sort of a latchkey kid, you know. Their job is that
your dad's a big noise down at the mushroom factory.
Yeah, and then my mom's job is she has to make factories less safe.
Yeah, she goes around like uninstalling guardrails.
Yeah, this won't do.
Yeah. Softening hats.
Everyone's just wearing a bucket hat. Incredible.
So
it's a 2002 in there.
So I am just sort of wandering around outside my house. I'm not having a family scene. I'm just kind of hanging out. One of my items is a lantern. Fancy, so I am going to attempt to wear it as a nose ring.
Okay, give me a roll.
Okay.
And you can have +1 because you have the lantern, so +1 dice.
+1, a whopping 3.
It doesn't look cool.
Oh, fuck. Jesus.
It doesn't look cool at all. But you stick with it, is the problem. So you're going to earn shame. Please note down 1 shame on your character sheet for when the others will see you.
Okay, understood.
But yeah,
it's also noisy. Like it's not hanging right, so it's like creaking more than it should. And that's all due to the fact that I hung it on my nose improperly.
Yeah, well, I mean, a proper rigging would. Yeah, smooth like butter. Yeah. Okay. So the day of the Car Dirty, the big fundraising Car Dirty, rolls around. And as I described, the orcs are lining up with their cars /suits /transformers. They're all looking like kind of manky, but not like proper Mad Max grimy. And there are those 3 wizards from the government, who are orchestrating things and casting spells on buckets of water to make them manky, and tweaking engines with big magical wrenches to make them go rather than normal engine noises. And the four of you meet up out the front of a corner shop, or like a convenience store, which is your traditional hanging out spot. Can I please get a description of each of you, please, as you turn up, and who's there first?
I'm there first because I got there early, had no parent interaction. I'm just standing there looking uncool with the poorly fixed lantern in my face.
You think, as well, you look shit hot. You're so excited to say,
Oh, yeah.
to
I
see
think
what
I'm killing
everyone's
it.
going to say about your cool
Yeah.
new nose ring.
People are going to come around that corner and say, Reynolds wrap, you're Italian beef in it for sure. And I cannot wait to get that positive feedback.
Right, I don't think you get any points for using your own slang.
Yeah, it was just reflected.
It just is
Just giving
true.
it momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next to arrive is Tom.
Paid time off shows up. I got like 3 disgusting goblin hairs that come out of my awful green head that I've attempted to comb into like a flock of seagulls look. It's awful.
Roger Klutz.
How's the moustache?
I'm gonna say I got like a patch like right here, right on the far right, and that's like all that grows.
Like a
and I'm
birthmark.
trying to comb it over, but again, whoa, doesn't look good. And I have my eyeliner on. I found it in the muck. I found it in a ditch, and I don't, I saw that it said eyeliner. So I've simply drawn a bunch of vertical lines parallel down my closed eyelids,
lined them,
thinking
yeah.
that this is how you be goth with eyeliner.
You don't
Made
look
my
the
eye
worst there.
lines. And so I show up and I see my buddy Reynolds wrap. I say, "Buddy, you really pancake shanked it with that piece of shit on your nose."
Token.
Oh!
Token.
Why are you wearing war paint?
I'm wearing eyeliner because it's goth, man. You know that's my passion.
Eyeliner, the lines are left to right, not up and down, man.
I'm trying something new, man. I'm an original. I actually, the thing is, I knew that. I was actually testing to see if you knew it. So
Well, I did. I passed.
you Italian beefed it in a big way.
Okay, cool.
Hanging out in the bushes with a notebook for clues is Duckweed the Third. Can we get a description of what you look like and what you're up to?
Yeah. So I'm not hiding super well because I'm wearing my big hat and it's popping out of the top of the bush.
I forgot about that.
I also have my hair is.
What kind of hat? Sorry, what's the hat look like?
It's a giant novelty baseball cap.
Of course. Sorry, I forget. Yes, it's a.
And
yeah.
my head is pretty small, so I just put it on the back and it kind of hangs over the front, and then I'll lift it up to see what I need to see.
Enigmatic.
Exactly. And out from under the hat, you can see my green hair that's kind of half seaweed, half hair. And then I also have a large Dare t-shirt. And of course, I have my bass drum, which I bring everywhere.
I'm interested to hear what DARE stands for in this universe. Is it drugs and... Drugs are really...
Those are really excellent.
Excellent.
Drugs are really excellent. I thought it was an anti-drug program. Because I have been dared to do drugs.
Well, I'm coming to dare you.
The D probably stands for drow. And we can go from there.
What's drow?
Drow. Yeah, like Dark Elves.
Yeah, some Dungeons and Dragons shit.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I'm a nerd. Sorry.
Never apologize for being a nerd.
I'm not cool like these anime boys. And finally, we have Janice. Now, Janice, why are you last to arrive?
Because she had to get dressed.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's she wearing?
She is wearing, okay, so one of her items is an animal skull. So she is wearing it with the, the open socket over one boob with the skull face facing up. So there's like teeth on her upper chest. The other side is
It's like a little friend.
yes. Pop, 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 pop. You can knock on it like pop, pop, pop. and she's got a bandolier of, well, okay, on the other side before the bandolier is like draped cloth of gold, pristine, of course, and then a bandolier of braces, and then baseball socks with the stripes on them, on her legs, and then cleats.
Classic.
Nice.
Soccer,
For grip.
soccer cleats. Football cleats.
It's okay. I can piece it together. Because you don't actually kick the ball in your football, do you?
No. Well, very
Not really,
rarely.
no.
Once
Once.
at the beginning.
One time. it
One
was
guy.
kicked.
Yeah.
And he really made an impression.
She just turns the corner and is like, hey guys, you're stuck doing this too.
What's the name of your oldest sister?
Larynx.
There is a as the four of you are hanging out, one of the wizards taps on his throat with a glowing finger, and there's a sort of a microphone feedback noise as he amplifies his throat. It starts glowing. Esteemed guests in the great battle camp. I've already forgotten the name. Minnesota? What was it?
Totally fucked.
Camp fucked up.
Camp fucked up. Thank you very much. Totally fucked.
Totally fucked. Yeah, it's totally fucked.
It was. Esteemed guests, we're very happy to welcome you here to the first annual Totally Fucked Car Dirtying Fundraiser. We're glad to see you've come from all sides of the camp, bringing your suits to be dry dirtied, or wet dirtied, as you might like. I just got to say, out of character, wet dirty is such a really unpleasant phrase. I really don't like that I said that.
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to hearing it a lot.
That's going to soak into the upholstery. It's gonna- and to entertain you today, while the cars are being washed, we have a musical performance from local band. And I'll try to come up with an. I have like Trump or Trumpton for the trumpet, but you have that precedent, so it doesn't quite work. The Pops. There we are. The Pops. And Janice, we can almost hear you roll your eyes because your elder sister Larynx is lead singer of the Pops. She comes out on stage. She looks absolutely fucking filthy. She looks like she slept in a hedge. Classic Goblin couture. And she taps the microphone. Taps the wizard's throat. I don't know. She probably just yells. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's what she sounds like. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, you know what? No, esteemed guests. I want to encourage the non-binary members of the Great Battle Camp. Esteemed guests, welcome to this again. Without any further ado, let's have some fun. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I want to throw a rock in the bell of the trumpet to shut it the fuck up.
Make me a roll, please.
I'm rolling it. That's a big 3.
It's a big 3.
Actually, no. I'm going to roll another because I said Italian. Did
you get a token?
Nose ring was a pancake
Yeah.
shake.
Did you get a token?
Yes, I gave him a token
think
for
so.
you.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Okay, cool. 2 dice.
Oh, that one was a 6. Hell
That's the
yeah!
You do the thing. I think I love the idea of getting it in the trumpet. I love the idea of catching it, of the tuba catching it. I think, or maybe like the Goblin sousaphone, because I feel like it would have a really nice noise when it wanged
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
yeah. And it's the biggest target. So tactically, it's the move.
It clangs in there, and stoppers up the. I like to imagine there was some grime and muck attached to the rock, so it sort of acts as a plug. And Larynx is like it's like oh god everyone with mushrooms dancing around and stealing things. Just it's the classic Goblin song. Everyone with the mushrooms. Everyone. And there's like the band stops playing and she looks she flushes bright red and casts a look over in your direction. As one of the wizards comes forward to magic hand the rock out of the tuba, out of the sousaphone, but you have interrupted the music, so well done. Now, You've been told to come here and help dirty the cars. The wizards are expecting you to come help dirty the cars. Your parents are expecting you to come help dirty the cars. But you're too cool for this sort of thing. So how are you going to get in trouble? How are you going to misbehave? And what are you up to before this car wash ends? Just to briefly explain how the rules work, about shame and trouble. If your shame or trouble ever reach 5, you go home, give up. You get embarrassed. You might get arrested. You might get chased off. But if either hits 5, you're out the game. It's kind of the death state.
This is a really realistic mechanic. I like it.
Yeah.
You feel bad, you go home.
Yeah. There's not enough of that in D&D, I don't think. I can't be bothered today, lads.
Yeah.
When you run away and hide, you remove D3 trouble. When you go above and beyond to impress another goblin, so one of the 4 of you who's here, you remove D3 shame, and yeah, if it ever hits 5, you're out. But thankfully, I think you've only got 1 point amongst you, so you should be okay. So yeah, what are you gonna get up to? What's the scheme, folks?
There's no way we're dirtying these riboflavin fucking cars, right?
No way. That's exactly what they want.
Yeah.
I'm going to play ball a little bit, but I'm honestly just going to do it so I can get in there and take coins out of the cup holders.
Yo, I could go for some coins.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, here's what's really cool. It's like you can use coins, and I just learned this, to buy stuff.
What?
Whoa. Where?
That can't be right.
Says God.
I
Everyone knows we only trade in gems. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, Duckweed the Third. Is this something that you've heard about? And did you ever get a clue about this? Is he off base? I think that Reynolds Rap is talking out of his ass. He's blitzing it and fritzing it with this bullshit.
Token. Yeah. I never heard about anybody buying anything with any money.
Okay, well, I still want the coins.
Sure,
Okay,
we all
even
want
if
the
we can't
coins.
use-
So if an orc doesn't smoke traditionally, like the ashtray will hold coins ceremonially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not used for goods and services. I will also note, a lot of these cars have number plates.
Yeah, that's where I want to jump in. As a buddy to all these dudes. First of all, I practically tackled PTO for what he did to the sousaphone with a hug.
Oh.
You know, like, oh my god, you're my best friend ever.
Right.
Like, fuck up that
okay.
sibling.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So big high fives and hugs. But
Hell
I
yeah.
wanted, what's my name? Janice. Janice goes, makes a beeline for right at the end of the dirtying. Like when they're just leaving and supposed to be like totally grimed up and perfect, you know.
Doing the detail work.
After everything's done, she ducks in, steals the license plate, and shines it up, and she will hand it over to Reynolds Rap. I don't know how successful she is at doing this. Like,
Oh, give me a roll.
I shouldn't have said that because now I have to. This is
fine.
don't have any beats to spend. Oh no, I didn't spend it last time. The one I got from
No.
Allie. So I rolled twice. First one's a 3. Dear God, please. The next one's a 3. So
You're caught.
yeah.
You are. Everyone else is watching from the bushes, especially Reynolds Rap, who's so excited to get his teeth into one of these license plates. Do you have any license plates currently, Reynolds Raps, or are they more things you've made?
No, it's like aspirational, and like the fact that I'm seeing all of them right now, I got the itch. You know, I'm like starting to sweat a little bit.
You look around and like everyone's head is replaced with a big sort of ephemeral license plate, like a cartoon hand.
Yeah, it's the starving on a desert island thing.
Yeah.
Instead of a turkey leg, it's a beautiful license plate.
Well, unfortunately, Janice leaps forward, full of vim and vigor, and is rudely accosted by one of the smaller wizards, still like easily 3 foot taller than you are. One of the wizards leans down and grabs you with a slimy hand, about about the net, and it's like it's like slug slimy, so like it's gonna get all over your clothes.
Yeah.
What are you doing to the license plates, you horrid little wretch? I should have you thrown to the swamp monster.
Ugh, gross. Please don't do that. I was totally cleaning them up so that I could cake them with extra mud. You know, make it nice and sticky when you clean it up, and then you pat on this like entire like layer of mud.
+1 trouble, please.
You're busted.
I'm pretty sure we established there wouldn't be a base priming stage of cleaning before the real grime kicks in. Have you read the orientation booklets? Wait a second.
So everyone else, Janice is gonna need some help to get out of this one because she is in trouble.
I run up and I'm like, we can't read.
And we didn't get trained. I wrote down all the training, and it's just an empty page.
I've walked ahead in the line and just started taking other licenses.
Please make me a roll to just have some license plates.
Yeah, we're distracting them so that he can.
I got a 5.
Oh, tremendous! Cool. You are attracting some unwanted attention. So actually, no. I really feel like shame feels like your bag. So how do you
like
look
you've listened to the
uncool in
show.
front of other people?
How do I?
Yeah.
Oh, I have cigarettes, so as you know, smoking is the coolest thing you can do at any point.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to roll to not fumble this lighting of the cigarette, if that's cool.
You're embarrassed in front of the others because your relentless passion for license plates is actually coming off as a bit try hard.
Yeah.
And oh no, don't do that. But you are trying to get back some cred by smoking. So what I want you to do is roll to smoke these cigarettes properly. And if you do that right, then you can bring down the shame by looking cool in front of everyone. And I will give you +1 dice for the fact that you have the cigarettes, because it's really hard to do it without.
I got a 4. What is that? An amount of shame reduced?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, D3 shame. You can remove D3
Cool.
shame.
Awesome. I'm flawless now.
Sure, he was a bit obsessive with the whole license plates thing, but he looks really fucking cool with a cigarette.
And I have a few license plates, right? Like I've gotten some.
You definitely get the thing. You have a rich bandolier, but you also get in trouble because these orcs are starting to think, hang on, where have these license plates gone? So some of the orcs are looking around, being like,
Hang on a second.
because every orc sounds like this.
Hang on a second. Is my license plate been obscured by mud and rust, or has some goblin had it? It's going to take me a while to work out.
And they start scratching away at the license plate. So +1 trouble, but your shame's back down to 0.
Gotcha.
I'm like, damn, losing a license plate, it hurts so bad. Doesn't it make you want to mourn? Doesn't it make you want to get in your feelings about how this damn world just takes and takes? Don't you want to hear some music in a minor key, maybe with some dark synths? You like a dark synth, sir?
Duckweed starts banging a beat on her bass drum to start to get the song going.
The wizard, so obviously not one of the more important wizards because he's been sent to a goblin car wash.
Yeah.
But he isn't into goblin music. He's into wizard music, and wizard music is pretty close to goth music, I bet.
I mean, it's prog rock.
Goth's dorky cousin, prog. Yeah. The wizards are into. I'm more into. Because they're called like Beyond the Wizard's Sleeve and things, aren't they? I'm trying to come up with a fake name for a prog rock band that isn't a real name of a prog rock band.
Hard, right?
Oh, God.
Think about lizards instead of Imagine Dragons.
You think about lizards, fuck. Yes. Yep.
I've always been partial to think about lizards.
Their synths are kind of dark.
No. Also, so in this universe, they sound shot for shot like Imagine Dragons as well. It's like the most generic rock you can summon up.
Oh, you like that, don't you?
Oh, hey, it's a pretty funky beat. Can you roll me? Can the pair of you roll me, please? To convince this guy that actually the Goblin kids are all right.
I got a 2.
I got 4.
So sorry.
Together, that's a 6. which is
I don't think that's how it
success,
works.
right? We love math.
Yeah, when you put it like that.
We matched
We're just
it.
kids.
What are role playing games about if not adding two numbers together?
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, nah. You know what? Your Think About Lizards cover is subpar because you never heard any Think About Lizards songs, and you're doing your best. You're like you're trying to improve on what Thinking About Lizards put down, and he's not there for it at all.
not ready.
And also, I don't own a synth, so I'm just doing dark synth sounds with my mouth, and it's like I didn't warm up. It's not good.
It's like into a tin can you found.
Yeah.
No,
He says, stomps on the ground, and summons an elemental burst of wind rushes out of his sleeves. You can see that his eyes now, you catch them, have the look of an octopus's eyes. They have that single sort of long slit.
Yeah.
Slit pupil, kind of like a sideways goat, and magics the two musicians back away from the store.
apprehend those vagabond musicians.
You both get +1 trouble.
Duckweed, you gotta blitz and fritz it.
Yeah, that's it.
We're in deep.
Absolutely, you absolutely got to blitz it and fritz it. You've got a part-time unpaid intern wizard on the hunt for your blood.
Duckweed quickly tries to write down like what just happened as they're
Yeah,
taking
absolutely.
her away.
Yeah.
Duckweed, think of this as a race to get away from that guy.
Can you give me a roll for observe wizards, please?
Observe.
And you can get an extra dice because you got the notebook for writing down what you see.
3.
3. Oh, jeez. Further trouble. Oh, no. Your excitement, your interest for trying to work out like he cast a spell. Spells, huh? This must be what wizards are about. You write down spells and circle it 3 times and
Question mark,
underline it.
question mark.
Everyone else is running like hell, and you're standing there, artlessly behind a head with your massive hat on, writing down precisely what a wizard did. So +1 trouble, please. As you get in trouble. The wizard is stomping around, hovering now in midair. Leaves and detritus and newspapers and 7-Eleven hot dog wrappers blowing up around him in the air as he starts his way towards the sort of shanty convenience store which you were blown through. He gestures to some of the orcs.
What are you standing there? Help me, damn it!
And the orcs were oh, what an idiot! He got mugged off by some goblins. And the orcs are having a great time laughing at him. So he's like he is beet red. He is furious. He's really upset that basically he got tricked into listening to bad goblin jazz.
Yeah, and it's normal blushing, and it's not that his subcutaneous color doodads are making him turn red.
Oh yeah,
he is a guy and not an octopus.
Yeah, he just got some octopus-like traits, but the cheeks, fully human. We smash cut to him at home with his husband earlier today.
I think this could be a really big deal for me. I'm going to go down the Goblin Outreach Center. For the car dirtying. Yes, for the car dirtying, Jeremy. I think it's going to be huge. I really think this could be the next step up the ladder. Well, I hope it goes well. I love you. I love you too. Mwah, mwah.
And he gets in his car and drives down. And we see this has just gone so badly. And he thinks of Jeremy at home painting his oil paintings. How's he going to come home and explain this? Oh no. How's he going to walk this one back? Reynolds Wrap, you got 2d6 license plates. While this was all happening, everyone was thoroughly distracted. Please tell me how many you got.
We are looking at 9 license plates. That's a good bandolier.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh yeah.
You can cover your bits with that.
that's a mecha suit.
That's that will definitely stop a piercing attack from the front or behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it's all in the front, but if it goes through, it'll stop.
Right.
You're feeling pretty good about yourself now. And
I am.
one of the orcs comes up to you and puts a big meaty hand on your shoulder. Lots of big meaty hands lots of hands on your shoulder, because, you're all 2 foot tall, so it's all hands on shoulder stuff.
I seen what you're up to, boy. I seen you half inching them plates. Now, how about you hand them over to me, and I won't tell anyone. You're not in any trouble, but you got to understand those aren't yours, eh? I think they might look nicer on my car,
He says, gesturing over where he's got kind of a, almost like a satin that he's turned into kind of a 3-piece suit, with some of the bodywork. He's not currently in it. It's being dirtied. So there's a crew of good goblins who are here, who are getting like mops with loads of worms and bugs and smushing them in the. Right,
It's
under
like
the
muddy
armpits.
around me, right? Like it's like muddy and shitty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everywhere.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, assume it's muddy and shitty anywhere, unless Janice is there.
Okay. So I am going to attempt to escape from the meaty hand by using 2 of the license plates as sleds, so I can like slide on mud and just get away from him, but also I guess get towards the homies.
You'd heard tell that cars provide a sort of movement to the user, and you think this might be it.
Yeah. Like this is what they put the plates on for, to go.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
have 80% figured out cars.
Fantastic. Give me a check, please.
I got a 5.
You do run away. +1 trouble though, because this is definitely misbehaving. The orc pulls himself up to his full height, and looks over at you. He has a think. He doesn't want to shout out because he wants those license plates. He wants all those license plates on his cool purple trousers that he's made out of a car that he found. So he whilst trying to appear unobtrusive, starts sort of jostling after you. This is going. You know what? This is still going pretty well, as far as the wizards go. A lot of the ambient detritus thrown up by the wizard, and an awful lot of like the bricks and tomatoes that were thrown at your drum solo, have dirtied up the cars beautifully. So things are going pretty well for the wizard, which is nice. The larynx, the blockage cleared on the sousaphone. You interrupted it. You certainly did, and you certainly made an impression. But the blockage cleared on the sousaphone. They start laying down everyone's favourite goblin hit, which is "I'm gonna chew on all your bones," which is that one, which everyone really likes, and it's a little bit saucy. It's like Santa Baby. You can sing it in a sort of Santa Baby sort of way, or you can just do kind of the Michael Bublé thing where it's your friend. I know, right? You coward.
It's chewing on your bones is such wasted potential, because that could be so morbid and goth, because it's about being dead, but instead you're talking about dicks. Ugh. What a pancake shake this shit
Token.
Larynx is. I'm gonna say Larynx is of age where she can do kind of a sexy song, and that's not morally dubious.
Is there anything morally dubious with goblins?
I feel like goblin kids singing sexy songs crosses the line.
Yeah, I think even
Checking off
goblins would be
boxes
like,
there.
that ain't right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's all I'm after. Yeah, no sexy songs for goblin children.
Nice.
Just the title of my autobiography. She leans forward into a rousing rendition of "I'm gonna chew all your bones," and all the orcs are really appreciative. Like it's a really cool number. Like orcs are mainly into like you get metal objects and hit them against each other, and that's the music that they like. But this is appreciable, and all the orcs are like, "Whoa! All right, darling, lovely song. I respect you as an artist," they say. "Oh, I find you attractive. That's not why I'm shouting," they say. Really respectful orcs in this part of camp as well. But she's like, "Oh, hush," she says, and she carries on and like doubles down a bit on the "get your scapula down my craw," that sort of thing.
Can I say that Diaphragm and Janky Spanks also join the stage, and they kind of sing like the cute trio stuff.
What are those, the Pips?
The sisters. Not Anderson
yeah.
sisters, like the
Pointer Sisters?
the wartime sisters.
Yeah. The Boogie Woogie Boogie
Yes.
Boy, I can't pick
Yes,
that one.
so
yeah.
they're singing harmonies like that. And so...
Yeah, and
They're all major chords.
Yeah,
it is a fun drive. It's a fundraiser for the war. So yeah, there is an element of war show being put on. The girls are laying down a tremendous tune. All the orcs are having a wonderful time, and honestly, folks, it looks like you've not been able to fuck this up at all. It looks like nothing. It looks like this is a success. It looks like you even helped a little bit. You've got to try and bring this round. You've got to try and establish some street cred.
All right, so Janice is furious, but she's torn between stopping the band, the singers, which are her siblings,
Yeah.
trying to stop the wizard, and trying to stop the cars getting all dirtied.
Oh God, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a real Sophie's Choice for you.
She panics and pulls out the Dragonling lighter.
Chekhov's Dragonling lighter.
Yes. And she opens it and tries to, like, generally spray out. So, like, can I roll to see who it hits?
Yeah, sure. What's the range on a Dragonling lighter?
Or
are you just like running around furiously spinning it in the air?
she's spinning it in the air to see, like, to
Right,
try
right.
And so, obviously,
purifying acid.
some of it will land on her head, most likely. But,
Okay, cool.
so let me...
What are some bald spots on a goblin? Who cares?
Goblins mostly bald spots anyway.
Okay, 6.
So you do the thing. What was it you wanted to do?
Spray.
Spray
Oh.
the dragon acid
Just general
from the
chaos.
lighter.
Absolutely, yeah.
She can't decide which to pick.
So this is going to use up your Dragonling lighter. But tell me what happens. You get what you want.
Okay, so some of it splashes on the wizard to distract it. Yeah, away from my friends.
My boneless sack of organs,
Yeah.
he says, playing his hand a little bit.
I splashed the feet of all my siblings. And
Okay.
so...
Good. Ah, my boned feet! So your siblings.
Oof, ow, my bones!
Oof!
And then some of it gets on the car, dirtying and burns through
Machinery.
Yeah,
Oh,
burns
no.
some of their machinery.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like,
Ultimate clean.
Or you could burn the dirt
like,
off.
like the hose which they're spraying dirt
But
through,
it-
it melts through
Oh,
the
yeah,
rubber
yeah,
of the
yeah.
hose
Yeah.
and sprays out on them.
Yeah,
They love
Damn
it.
it.
They can't get
Damn
enough.
it. Yep. Yeah.
But the cars are looking more pristine than ever. Also, a lot of that acid. So not a big dragon, and a lot of it acts as kind of quite a powerful cleaning agent,
All right.
like you know, like white vinegar or lemon juice or what
Yeah,
have you.
she is
yeah,
shocked
yeah.
that she did anything. She's absolutely shocked.
The remainder of them, I'm like, guys, it's our chance. We rush that stage. Reynolds Rap, you're going to bang those license plates together. It's going to be a form of rudimentary guitar. You're on drums. Duckweed the third, you're on drums.
As soon as you said rush the stage, I ran because that's a race.
Me, I'm on dark synth. First one there gets to be the most goth. And also, I'm like, and if they don't let us on stage, I got a knife. I take my knife out.
Tom, can Janice join the band? She takes the skull and blows across it like a jug.
Oh, yes. If the only reason you're not involved because you're elsewhere, I assume you know
Yeah.
like, we've talked about
As
the
soon
band.
as yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
we
like
know the band.
every night you've talked
Yeah.
about the band. What's the name of the band, Tom?
The name of the band is Children of Grublin, which
Children
is
of
the
Grublin.
the goth goblin god I made up. Children of Grublin.
God of clove cigarettes.
We have a really riboflavin sound, and so
Yeah.
I rush up. I rush up on the stage with my knife out, swinging it wildly, hoping to get some stage time for the Children of Grublin.
I'm gonna push all your ribs in my mouth. Hey, what? As you storm on stage with a pocket knife, start waving it around wildly. You have the stage, but Duckweed the Third, as you approach, one of the wizards, the wizard from before, who was floating around, puts a hand on your shoulder. Again, it's all hands on shoulder. Puts a hand on your shoulder, this greasy, slimy hand, and leans down close to your ear. Your sound is too powerful to reach the masses.
Thank you.
You must understand this. No one can be allowed to hear this. We've been programming goblins for generations with plinky plonk bullshit, and your sound's too powerful. Now, come with me, and I'll give you everything you ever wanted with regards to wizard synths. But don't go on that stage. As you come to your Sophie's Choice, do you side with the man and get everything you want, this record deal you wanted? You can run around in a swamp if you'd like, I've read your character sheet. Or do you stick with your friends and play play this music that will change the world?
Although Duckweed is very tempted, she sticks with her friends because nobody offers good stuff. You have to grab it.
You have to steal it.
Yeah.
You have to steal it. Yeah.
Also, like that's free clues. He just dropped clues right in your lap.
Yeah, and I'll take the clues.
Also,
But I say I'm all set. I think I'll go ahead and give the power to the masses, and then I run off. I try to run off with the drums, but it's
That's who we didn't want to have the power.
and she runs off banging the bass drum.
One of the orcs, he lunges towards the stage, an element like he conjures like a huge sort of like crouching tiger, hidden dragon bullshit, like thing of like a torrent of leaves coming behind him. You'll rule the day, you mess. And one of the orcs grabs him by the neck and throws him back through through an outhouse. That seems good.
Let the goblins play, you bastard. All
His
right.
head pops out and it's in the lid.
Yeah.
Janice yells out like, "Look at the wizard! He's totally Italian beefing it."
My voice is warmed up, so when I do my dark synth sounds, it sounds perfect. Everyone thinks I have a mood.
You've got a biscuit tin that you're pushing.
yeah. It's like it's not my mouth. I'm just mouthing this because it's a involuntary reaction. I'm not making this with my mouth. It's from my synth.
Tremendous.
I bought it.
Reynolds rep. How is how's the string section? And by strings, I mean you have license plates on strings. How does it sound when you mash them together?
I'm not gonna bullshit you. I got no rhythm. It sounds not great.
This just adds. This just adds cred. Yes.
Yeah, but yes, I am projecting an aura of authenticity because people will see me playing and be like, "Wow, that guy doesn't know what he's doing," but he's making up for it with gumption, I guess.
Just the other goblin god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it sounds like shit, but I don't think anyone expected otherwise. So no surprises.
The boy's got heart. Ali, the drums.
They sound great.
Sorry, Duckweed the Third. They sound great. They're
it's just a one
they're
drum.
the next big thing.
Yeah.
A time traveler in the audience holds a phone out. Wait, no, hang on, sorry. That's not how the film goes. Sorry. That's not how the film goes.
You know that bass drum sound you're really familiar with? Well, listen to this.
Boom, 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 boom.
So you're telling me they had 4/4 back then too? Yeah.
Now we've got drums, we've got strings, we've got synth. Janice, can you outperform your sisters on vocals,
Oh,
or do you have a different plan?
I'm using the skull.
She was gonna play like the jug with the skull. On
Oh,
the
of
eye
course,
hole,
I'm so
the
sorry.
jug
The
lid.
eye,
Oh.
there's- exactly. So like, there's 3 holes: the nose, the 2 eyes, and then I blow across where the spinal column would have been. So I'm like, boo, 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 and
It's sounding very similar to Goblin music. Now you're all describing these elements.
yeah, and it's accidentally major key. Like, paid time off is pissed, but
I'm like moving. I'm doing the gesture of my hand going down a little bit. I'm like,
but
The
she's,
conductor motion of Go More Minor.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's very macabre.
boop, boop.
Oh, I'm like, I'm brooding. This makes me feel like shit. I'm goth.
No, that was minor. I switched.
I know. I'm giving you a high
fantastic.
five.
Okay.
I'm giving you a
All right,
thumbs
so
up.
while she's playing that, she's also stomping on her sister's acid-burned feet.
Quick cue about the
yeah.
skull.
Yeah.
Just the way you previously described it. Are you doing all this with one tit out?
Yes, because I've moved the skull.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
Carry on.
yes. Thank
Yeah,
you. I forgot
okay.
to mention that. Thank you for that. Yes.
It's part
And
of the appeal.
It's floppy. It is not attractive.
Breasts are not sexualized in
No,
goblin culture.
it's-
No one would think anything
it's-
weird about
Each goblin
this.
has 6.
It's a total pancake shack.
It's like dogs.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Gross.
Well, no, it's not embarrassing. It's just normal. But it's like every time she moves, it kind of waves around and flops.
It's a normal looking. It's a normal looking boot.
Yeah, it's a normal looking.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Except the
It
areola.
neither adds nor subtracts to the
the
scene.
areola is like 4 inches in diameter.
And it's got Jesus' face.
Oh my god, yes. And people don't come from miles around to see it. So yeah, she's
Because actually, that's normal. We all have that.
The sound rings out. You're playing a beautiful, morbid ocarina. You're doing a semi-erotic dance, or just a dance, and the tuneful howls of your sister's acid-burned, bone-in feet are added. There's sort of an ethereal wail as larynx goes.
Again, authenticity is the key here. They're not playing. They really are feeling
They're not
that.
playing it, they're feeling it.
Yeah.
They didn't come up here to play instruments, they came up here to tell you a story. And what they told was a story of goblin rebellion and independence and love. And can you please all roll to see how much trouble you get in?
I got
I
6.
got a 6 too.
I have a 6 as well. I'm not joking.
No, there's no chance.
I'm not doing a goof.
Okay, duckweed.
Allie.
Okay. Well, I get to roll 2 dice, and they are each 1. So I'll take a 1.
There is a like no one else gets in any trouble. No one else gets in any trouble at all. Everyone thinks it was a fun jape and a fun joke, and the noise they made was pretty cool. And that was pretty nice. And then
Yeah, the car still got pretty dirty, and everyone had a good time.
Yeah, everyone had fun. You know, they got to sing that song about the bones and stuff. The crowd goes wild. The orcs are having a great time. An enormous shepherd's crook comes around and hooks Duckweed III into a black limousine filled with wizards.
We're going to get that sound from you, whether you want it or not. To the tower!
And it screeches off. And Duckweed III is taken away by the secret police because her sound's too powerful.
I knew this would happen.
But everyone else has a pretty good time. What a downer at the end of the session, Grant. Weird. Maybe you could rescue her next time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes. That was Goblin Punks. Thank you all for playing.
Fantastic.
Hell yeah.
I loved it.
Yay.
Grant, thank you for running it for us. That kicked ass and was very stupid, which is my favorite way for an RPG to be. If some folks like this game and you, where can they go to find out more about you and give you money?
Oh, I'm findable. You can look around. I'm there. I think
Yeah.
RRD Games is a website, and it's our website, so you should go there and buy games on it. It has Goblin Punks. It has every other free game I've done. I think we're up to like 82 now, maybe more. There's an awful lot of one-page games. I'm going to stop once I hit 100. That's the plan.
That's a good move.
Yeah. Well, I think it might have been a smarter move to stop once I hit like 10, but here we are. There's also like full-length games as well. So like Spire, which is a game about overthrowing the government, which follows similar themes to today's game. There's Heart, a game about dungeon crawling, where the dungeon crawls you back. That's kind of like body horror and tragedy and obsession, which is kind of fun. And coming soon, Hollows. Which is we wanted to write a game about like Bloodborne and Monster Hunter, where it was fun to fight big bosses, but because I'm writing it, it's about toxic masculinity and the death of empire.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, visit it always. That kicks ass. Thank you again to Allie and Gwyn for rejoining us to do RPG nonsense.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
And with that, we're done. Bye-bye. Anime Sickos over. See you next time. We won't do an RPG
Bye.
next week. We'll just be normal.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye, love you.
thank you for listening to Anime Sickos. I've been Tom, a sicko. You can follow me on Twitter at TomHarrison19. Joe is also a sicko. You can follow him on Twitter at ShariaUncle. You can follow Anime Sickos on Twitter at Anime Sickos, or email us at animesickos@gmail.com. Please leave us a review or something. I don't know. Tell a friend. Anyway, until next time, bye.